हाँ प्यारे बच्चों, कैसे हैं आप। तो बच्चों आज हम +1 का टॉपिक सप्लीमेंट्री यूनिट इनफाइनाइट सीरीज करने जा रहे हैं। तो उसमें सबसे पहले हम कुछ फार्मूले डिस्कस करेंगे और उनकी एप्लीकेशन करेंगे। दिस सप्लीमेंट्री यूनिट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एग्जामिनेशन एज वेल एज competition point of view. Now let us discuss some formulas of infinite series. The first formula is 1 plus x raised to power n, where n is any integer. It may be negative, it may be positive, it may be fraction. So in this case, if n is negative or fractions, then number of terms will be infinite in this expansion, and the formula is 1 plus n upon 1 factorial into x raised to power 1 plus n into n minus 1 upon 2 factorial into x raised to power 2 plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, 3 terms upon 3 factorial into x raised to power 3 plus dot 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 up to infinity. So this is the first formula of such infinite series. और इसके साथ बच्चों एक कंडीशन है, if x modulus is less than 1 and n is any integer. It may be positive, it may be negative. If n is positive, then number of the terms will be finite. If n is negative or fractions, number of terms will be infinite. So this is the formula. N is negative or any integer other than positive integer. Positive नहीं हो सकते, positive होंगे तो finite terms आएंगे. तो second formula is 1 plus 1 minus x raised to power n. That is equal to 1 minus n upon 1 factorial into x raised to power 1 plus n into n minus 1 upon 2 factorial into x raised to power 2 minus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 upon 3 factorial into x raised to power 3 plus dot 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 up to infinity. So this is the formula for 1 minus x raised to power n, where x modulus is less than 1 and n is any negative or fractional integer. Any number which may be negative and which may be fractional. But if it is a positive integer, then the number of terms will be finite. तो हम पिछला ही फार्मूला कॉम्बिनेशन वाला यूज कर सकते हैं। तो बच्चों आज हम इनफाइनाइट सीरीज के बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं। तो एक और फार्मूला इनफाइनाइट सीरीज का है, वो है a plus ar plus ar square plus ar cube plus and so on up to infinity. Find s infinity. Find the sum to infinite term of this sequence. So here in this case, a is the first term and r is the common. And if r is less than 1, then Sn is equal to a into 1 minus r raised to power n upon 1 minus r if r is less than 1. This is the formula of sum to n terms of the GP. So as r is less than 1, r की वैल्यू 1 से कम है, तो r raised to power n will be approaches to 0. It will be very very near to 0. Therefore, putting r raised to power n is equal to 0, we get, and n is equal to infinity, we get s infinity is equal to a upon 1 minus r, because r raised to power infinity is equal to 0. Because r raised to power infinity is equal to 0, is approaches to 0. So this is the formula for s infinity of this geometrical sequence. That's all. Now let us do some applications of infinite series. The question is, evaluate the value of 1 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 square plus 1 upon 3 cube plus and so on up to infinite times. We have to find the value of this sequence. It is an infinite series and it is a GP in which the first term is a is equal to 1 and common ratio is 1 by 3. Hence, S infinity will be is equal to a upon 1 minus r. Here a is equal to 1 and r is equal to t2 upon t1, that is equal to 1 by 3 or t2 upon t1 or t1 upon t2 upon t1 or t3 upon t2. So therefore which is less than 1? So therefore it becomes 1 upon 1 minus 1 by 3, that is 1 upon 3 minus 1 upon 3, that is equal to 1 upon 2 upon 3 and which is equal to 3 by 2. So this is the answer of this infinite series. Its value will be equal to 3 by 2. So this is the very important question for competition point of view. Now let us discuss some more formulas of infinite series. तो बच्चों सबसे पहला फार्मूला जो इनफाइनाइट सीरीज का है वो e raised to power x का है. e raised to power x is equal to 1 plus x upon 1 factorial plus x square upon 2 factorial plus x cube upon 3 factorial plus x की 4 upon 4 factorial plus and so on up to infinity. This is the formula of e raised to power x. और यहां से यदि हम x के स्थान पर 1 सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दें then we can find the value of e. And it is also an infinite series, that is 1 plus 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 square, that is 1 upon 2 factorial, 1 cube, 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 raised to power 4, 1 upon 4 factorial plus and so on up to infinity. And यहाँ पे x के स्थान पर यदि हम minus x replace कर दें तो we can find the value of e raised to power minus x. That is equal to 1 minus x upon 1 factorial plus, because minus x square is equal to again x square. X square upon 2 factorial minus x का cube, that is minus x cube upon 3 factorial plus x की 4 upon 4 factorial. अगली टर्म नेगेटिव होगी minus x की 5 upon 5 factorial plus and so on up to infinity. This becomes the formula of e raised to power minus x. If we substitute x is equal to 1 here, we can find the value of e raised to power minus 1, and that will be is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 upon 2 factorial minus 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 upon 4 factorial minus 1 upon 5 factorial plus and so on up to infinities. So these are the some more formulas of infinite series. These are very important for examination as well as competition point of view. अब बच्चों हम ये डिस्कस करेंगे कि e raised to power x के फार्मूले में यदि e raised to power minus x का फार्मूला ऐड करें तो क्या मिलता है, और सिमिलरली e raised to power x के फार्मूले में e raised to power minus x का फार्मूला subtract करें तो हमें क्या प्राप्त होगा. हम we will get very important result. In the similar manner, if we add the value of e raised to power 1 with the e raised to power minus 1, we will get a very important result. सेकंड में से फोर्थ को एक बार ऐड करेंगे और एक बार इनको subtract करेंगे, we will get some important result. So now let us find these 4 important results. Now let us find some important result of the infinite series. Adding the formula e raised to power x plus e raised to power minus x, we get. This is the formula of e raised to power x and this is the formula of e raised to power minus x. Both are infinite series. And adding these two, we get 1 plus 1, that is 2. And this will cut, this is positive, this is negative. And we will get 2 into x square upon 2 factorial. And it will cut and we get 2 into x the 4 upon 4 factorial. And after cutting it, we will get plus dot 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 up to infinity, and taking 2 common, we get 1 plus x square upon 2 factorial plus x raised to power 4 upon 4 factorial plus dot 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 up to infinity. This is the value of e raised to power x plus e raised to power minus x. So from these we can find an important result, that is e raised to power x plus e raised to power minus x upon 2 is equal to 1 plus x raised to power 2 upon 2 factorial plus x raised to power 4 upon 4 factorial plus next term will be x raised to power 6 upon 6 factorial plus dot 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 up to infinity, and it is also an infinite series. तो यदि बच्चों किसी कंपटीशन में ऐसा क्वेश्चन आ जाए तो इट इज क्लियर दैट इट इज द फार्मूला ऑफ e raised to power x plus e raised to power minus x divided by 2. This is an important result for competition point of view which we have received by adding e raised to power x and e raised to power minus x. Now let us discuss what we will obtain if we subtract e raised to power minus x from e raised to power x. Now e raised to power x minus e raised to power minus x is equal to, writing the formula of e raised to power x, we get this, and writing the formula of e raised to power minus x, that is this, and taking negative sign, and after subtracting we will get this 1 and minus 1 will cancel, and plus x upon 1 factorial and plus x upon 1 factorial, it becomes 2x upon 1 factorial, and minus x square upon 2 factorial will cut with x square upon 2 factorial, and it will become plus 2 into x cube upon 3 factorial, and it will cut because it will be negative, it will be positive, and it becomes plus 2 into x raised to power 5 upon 5 factorial and plus 2 into x raised to power 7 upon 7 factorial plus dot 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 up to infinity. Now taking 2 common, we will get 2 into x upon 1 factorial plus x cube upon 3 factorial plus x raised to power 5 upon 5 factorial plus x raised to power 7 upon 7 factorial plus dot 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 up to infinity. And it is the value of e raised to power x minus e raised to power minus x. Now dividing by 2, we will get an important result, e raised to power x minus e raised to power minus x upon 2, and that is x upon 1 factorial plus x cube upon 3 factorial plus x raised to power 5 upon 5 factorial plus x raised to power 7 upon 7 factorial plus and so on up to infinity. तो बच्चों ये भी एक इनफाइनाइट सीरीज ही है और इसकी वैल्यू e raised to power x माइनस e raised to power minus x upon 2 होती है. So these are the very important result which we are getting by adding the previous 4 formulas of infinite series. अब बच्चों हम नया रिजल्ट ढूंढने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बट वी विल गेट इफ वी एड द फार्मूला ऑफ e and e raised to power minus 1. E raised to power 1 is equal to 1 plus 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 upon 2 factorial plus 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 upon 4 factorial plus 1 upon 5 factorial plus and so on up to infinity. It is an infinite term. And e raised to power minus x is 1 minus 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 upon 2 factorial minus 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 upon 4 factorial minus 1 upon 5 factorial and so on up to infinity. If we add these two, we will get 1 plus 1, this is positive, that is will be 2, this will cancel and it becomes 2 times 2 into 1 upon 2 factorial, it will cancel and it becomes 2 times 2 into 1 upon 4 factorial and it will cancel and next term will be 2 into 1 upon 6 factorial. If we write it, we get this. Now taking 2 common from each, we get 2 into 1 plus 1 upon 2 factorial plus 1 upon 4 factorial plus 1 upon 6 factorial plus and so on up to infinity. This becomes the right hand side and left hand side is e raised to power 1 plus e raised to power minus 1. Now dividing by 2 we get the new result, that is e plus e raised to power minus 1 upon 2 will be equal to 1 plus 1 upon 2 factorial plus 1 upon 4 factorial plus 1 upon 6 factorial plus and so on up to infinity. This is again an important result for competition as well as examination point of view. तो यदि बच्चों हमें कभी ये वैल्यू निकालनी हो तो हमें यहां से स्टार्ट करना होगा, ऐड करनी होगी इनकी वैल्यूज और यहां पे पहुंचना होगा और ये वैल्यू निकल जाएगी। और यदि ये 1 भी नहीं चाहिए तो इस 1 को राइट लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में ले जाएंगे, -1 कर देंगे। We can take it as e plus 1 upon e upon 2 also. So this is the again very important result for competition point of the infinite series. Now let us discuss the another result, that is subtracting the value of e raised to power minus 1 from e raised to power 1. Now e raised to power 1 minus e raised to power minus 1 we will get. This is the formula of e raised to power 1. Value of e, that is an infinite series. 1 plus 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 upon 2 factorial plus 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 upon 4 factorial plus 1 upon 5 factorial plus and so on up to infinity. And this is the formula of e raised to power minus 1. And subtracting these two formulas, we get 1 minus 1, that is 0, 1 by 1 factorial plus 1 by 1 factorial, we get 2 into 1 upon 1 factorial plus 2 into 1 upon 3 factorial, because 1 upon 2 factorial minus 1 upon 2 factorial is 0, and this will also 0 because this is negative, it becomes negative with the sign and it becomes positive, hence it becomes double. 2 into 1 upon 5 factorial, and if we write next term also, we will get 2 into 1 upon 7 factorial plus and so on up to infinity. Taking 2 common from here, we get 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 upon 5 factorial plus 1 upon 7 factorial plus and so on up to infinity. And it is the value of e raised to power 1 minus e raised to power minus 1. Now if we divide it by 2, we will get an important result, e raised to power 1 minus e raised to power minus 1 upon 2, that is equal to 1 upon 1 factorial. We can also write it as 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 upon 5 factorial plus 1 upon 7 factorial plus and so on up to infinity, and this is the infinite series. The value of 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 upon 5 factorial plus 1 upon 7 factorial plus and so on up to infinity is 1 by 2 into e minus e raised to power minus 1. That's all. Now let us discuss two more important formulas of infinite series. The first formula is log of 1 plus x base e. The formula becomes x minus x square upon 2 plus x cube upon 3 minus x की 4 upon 4 plus x की 5 upon 5 minus x की 6 upon 6 plus x की 7 upon 7 minus and so on up to infinity. This is the first important formula of the infinite series, and it is the log of 1 plus x base e. The second formula is log of 1 minus x base e, that is equal to changing x into minus x. We get minus x, it remains the same, it becomes minus x cube, it remains the same, it becomes minus x cube, x to 5, and every term becomes negative, and its value is minus x square upon 2 minus x cube upon 3 minus x raised to power 4 upon 4 minus x raised to power 5 upon 5 minus x raised to power 6 upon 6 minus x raised to power 7 upon 7 minus and so on up to infinity. This is the second formula of the infinite series. Now if we add these two and we subtract these two, we will get two very important results for comparison point of view. So let us add first and second. We will get log of 1 plus x plus log of 1 minus x, base e and base e, and we will get the result after adding these two. This and this will cancel and it becomes minus 2x square upon 2, and it will cancel it after adding and it becomes minus 2x raised to power 4 upon 4. It will cancel it after adding and it becomes minus 2 into x raised to power 6 upon 6, and it will cancel and we get minus and so on up to infinity. Taking minus 2 common or 2 common, we get minus x square upon 2 minus x raised to power 4 upon 4 minus x raised to power 6 upon 6 minus and so on up to infinity. Now left hand side becomes log n plus log n, then it becomes log n into n, and we will get log of 1 minus x square, because log n plus log n, that is equal to log m into n, and 1 plus x into 1 minus x will be equal to 1 square minus x square, that is 1 minus x square base e. Hence this is the then important result for competition point of view. The value of 2 into minus x square upon 2 minus x की 4 upon 4 minus x की 6 upon 6 minus and so on up to infinity is this. And if we subtract these two formulas, we will get log of 1 plus x minus log of 1 minus x. We will get, after subtracting first from this, taking the negative sign with this, we get 2x. It will cancel. It becomes positive after negative sign. And it cancelled. It becomes plus 2 into x cube upon 3. It will cancel and it becomes plus 2 into x raised to power 5 upon 5 plus and so on up to infinity. Now taking 2 common from here, we will get 2 into x plus x cube upon 3 plus x to 5 upon 5 plus and so on up to infinity. And log m minus log n is log m upon n. Hence, this is an important result for examination as well as competition point of view, that log of 1 plus x upon 1 minus x is equal to 2 into x plus x cube upon 3 plus x cube 5 upon 5 plus and so on up to infinity. That's all.